Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to a new video on this channel. Today we are animating a menu in Sketch and Principle. And what we're going to do is to create a bounce animation in Principle, which we didn't do before, and I think it's a great way of showing all of the aspects and all of the features that Principle has to offer. And in this case, you see a menu right here. And what we are going to do is to create a nice animation which we didn't do before. And you see it right here. What we are going to do is to create a bounce animation. So we have a closed menu and the bounce animation is just taking place. And of course, if you just want to know how this is working, watch the whole tutorial. It's a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to your feedback and your comments about this feature in Principle. So let's get into this. The first thing that we are going to do is to select all of these layers here on the right side, because the creator of this sketch file placed them on the right and we want them to be at the center of the artboard, of course. So select all of them. In this case, it's all of the layers but the menu and the status bar, and we are simply dragging them over to the center of the page, and we are going to place the menu at the bottom of the artboard. So that can be kind of tricky sometimes. Just drag it below so it's not visible anymore. So what we're going to do now is to select the navigation bar, and inside the navigation bar we have the menu icon, and we want to animate the menu icon. So we are clicking the Thunderbolt lightning icon, and we want to duplicate the menu. You see it right here, duplicate of menu, because if we are going to tap the menu button, then we want to get the desired action. So it's getting duplicated now, and what we want to do is to select all of the layers again, but the status bar in the menu, and we are going to drag them over to the right side. Now you see right here that we are able to have a small zoomed in option to really understand what the perfect position is. And right after that, we should actually be able to just change the position of the content to get a visible menu, just like that. No, it's not working somehow. Not really sure why it's not really working. Let's select the menu tab icon, and we see that there's actually a position change. But when we are clicking this right here, we don't really get the right option. So what we need to do as a small workaround, and I'm going to try it out real quick, is to actually create a new rectangle like this, and we place the new rectangle on this left side, just above the menu icon. And we have to do this sometimes because clicking won't work or something like that. Maybe it's a bug, maybe it's also because of a feature or something. But still, this new rectangle is slightly bigger than the menu icon, and this will give us even more space to tap the icon, and this is basically what we want to do in this prototype. So select the layer. You can change the opacity to 100%. But change the filling to 0%. That means it's invisible, but we get the option to create a new tab animation, which should actually do just the same as the menu icon tab. But now it should actually work, and you see now it's working, no problem. We can actually get rid of the menu tab icon tab, just select it and hit backspace to delete it. Now we have the same animation. It's actually just doing the same as I said. Of course, we want to be able to switch back. So what we're going to do is to just copy this layer and we paste it onto our second screen. And let's call it, for example, layer 2. It's invisible, so the layer name isn't really important for us. And we simply click it. We can click, hold, and drag over to the right. And it's automatically using the tab animation or tab function. So if we have it right here, you see we are able to quickly jump back and forth to show the menu and get rid of it again just in a second. And of course you have to be careful when working with menus, because the status bar, which is this top line with the time, Bluetooth activated and so on, battery life, then you have to be careful, as I said, because this bar has to be in this position all the time. You can't like put it on the right side because it's like moving with the content. It's not moving with the content. There are apps out there like games or something like that which are able to hide the status bar, but I would just recommend it, leaving it there. The user won't really care if it's visible or not, or if it's sliding to the right. Most of the time the user will just need to be able to see the time, see the battery life, and not getting confused by a navigation which you will see right here is somehow on the right side. That's not a good UX. So simply be careful and just let the status bar stay there in its native position. We can close it, we can open it. We can also do kind of other different things, like selecting the animation, which we already did. And after that we can freeze stuff, which we won't do right now. But most of the time we can just select this, in case it's default, we can select the curves right here. And this is a nice curve. We can select linear, and you already see the emoji right there. That's also not a good UX, because in the nature or basically anywhere in the life of a user, you won't get any linear actions. So I can really recommend using linear animations. I recommend using a default animation, and we are just going to try this out. We are looking forward to just select all of these right here, like that. Can we just select more of them? Yeah, this was just a quick test. Let's get it a bit bigger again. And what I just said is we want to select all of them, and having a default animation will just look like this. Let's set it to ease in, and you will see a difference. At first it's very slow, but in the end it's quite fast. And after that, so it's only the animation to the menu when it's opened, not when it's closed. When we go for ease out, it should be, as you are seeing right here, quite fast at the beginning and slowing down at the end. So, oops. Yeah, you see that's also a nice animation because it's slowing down at the end. You can use ease both, which is kind of like the default one. It's like a little bit faster, I guess. At least it looks a little bit faster. And we can use spring. This is kind of like it looks like a heartbeat. Let's try it out. Let's try out spring. And 1, 2, 3. We have a huge bounce right there, and it looks fun. But if you want to use the spring animation, you will need to make sure that the background, which is just lying beneath, for example, the menu, the navigation bar right here, isn't gray like in our example or transparent, but has the background color of the menu. So we are going to quickly change that by selecting background, and we are simply expanding the background. Oops, not like that. Where is the... there we have the background that I was looking for. We need to make sure that we have this black or dark gray background right there. Now it should actually look better once we have it like this. We have a nice bounce animation, and we just get a cool animation using this bounce effect. Let me just make it a little bit bigger for you to explore it in a better way. Because actually we didn't really work with spring bounce animations before, and I think that's a fun animation. So if you have like a fun topic or a game or something like that, I could really imagine that this bounce animation will make some fun and is funny to use. Of course you can also use it in other apps and other topics, but I like the bounce animation, and I think there is something left for us. Let's try out... yeah, we just have none, which isn't great, but we have the default and so on. So I think spring was kind of fun right here, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Finally a tutorial again when we are opening menus. The sketch file and the printable file right here will be down in the video description, so make sure to download them and to check them out. There are also some other interesting links in the video description. And I just want to thank you for listening to this new episode on this channel. And yeah, have a nice week, have a nice day. Next week I'm at the Push conference, and I'm looking for... not the Push conference, sorry. The Beyond Tellerrand conference in Berlin. And I'm looking forward to answering your questions. So shoot them down in the video description, in the comment section, and we can just have a nice conversation. I'm showing a screenshot of your question, and I just want to answer them. You can also reply to me on Twitter, of course, and I will also make a screenshot of that question. So yeah, thanks guys, and enjoy your week. See you!